60 at best,
score.
says Abby. Dude, this ain't Forspoken.
Abby, shut up and sit down, you big bald fuck.
This is Redfall.
A lot of people want it
from
to be
Arcane.
the Forspoken.
It's not going to be Forspoken. It's not going to be Forspoken.
Hey yo, what's up guys? Today I'm not here to just make fun of fanboys, even though I'd love to do it so much, but the gaming industry in 2023 as a whole is a joke. The AAA side anyway. Indie games on the other hand, I've been having a blast with a lot of indie games. Probably that's what I'll be playing in the background here. So at the start of this year we had Forspoken on the PS5 and the PC. The PC for some reason required a 4080 to run this game at the highest settings at 60 FPS, which is just silly. But on the PlayStation it was no better. It was running at like 30 FPS at 720p. Also, I've heard anyway, I haven't played Forspoken and I have no interest in playing it. It doesn't look like my type of game. Wild Hearts has come out this year. Yeah, another game I haven't played but looks broken. I don't know if that game will interest me. Maybe it's worth trying. Hopefully after they fix it I might give that game a go. But yeah, I've seen a buggy mess of a launch of that one. Hogwarts Legacy had a few problems like I've seen on PC. On console it was fine by the looks of it, but I think everything's been ironed out quickly with that one. Yeah, again, another game I haven't played. Wulong Fallen Dynasty. I have played Wulong Fallen Dynasty. On launch it had some weird slowdowns, some frame drops, but I think they were all addressed in one patch, and then I had a seamless experience throughout the whole game on PC. That was The Last of Us Part 1 should not have been released at all. Sony and Naughty Dog should not have released that game. They should have let it cook for a bit longer and release it afterwards. Honestly, they should have pulled that off every storefront on the PC, given everyone their refund, delayed the game, then launched it in a better state. The Last of Us Part 1 ran like absolute trash on the PC, and it's inexcusable. Recently, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is another one. It's a game I was looking forward to. I haven't played it yet, but everything I've seen, I go ahead and watch PC port reviews by, oh no, it's Alex. It's the best PC report reviews I see, because even if he gets the game code for free, he will still trash the game completely if it's a bad PC port. So I gotta love Alex for that. Plus, I looked at other outlets. I think Daniel Owen on YouTube, he does good PC port reviews as well. He's a good tech guy, and with the best hardware available to him, it wasn't doing anything for the game. And now we have Redfall. Well, Redfall's just come out to a very shocking launch. Redfall doesn't even look undercooked. It looks like a AA game from an indie studio, which it shouldn't be. Arcane made Redfall. Arcane have made some amazing games in the past. Their downfall started with Deathloop, and I state to this day Deathloop was a fucking trash game, and I want my £30 back for that one. Arcane have made classic titles like Dishonored 2 in the past. I think Prey. I haven't played Prey. Everyone says it's good. One day I'll get around to playing it. I've got no problems going back to playing older titles. Recently I played the original Fear game. Honest to God, and that being a first-person shooter from I think it's 2005, and comparing it to Redfall, Fear is 100 times better looking game than Redfall. And I don't mean graphics-wise, I mean just gameplay in general. Redfall's graphics looks like they're from the PS3 era. There's nothing next-gen about it. I don't know why this couldn't have released on the older Xboxes. It really doesn't look like that much of a demanding game. But the optimization on it is really bad. Locked to 30 FPS on console, and it's broken on PC as well. I watched Moist Critical play this game to see what it was like, and it just doesn't look great. I'll run the clip just so you can see.
I know, it's $70, man, I know. $70 to get locked at 30 FPS on consoles, get cucked, just absolutely cucked, unlucky.
Nearly there.
But we get to experience this puppy at nice 60 frames on PC. Common PCW, we get Redfall the way it was meant to be played. Come here. Whoa! He moves fast. Follow me, big guy. Let's see. Can they actually just not get around obstacles? That's wild. That's actually nutty. How did this town even lose to them? You just get behind something and they'll never be able to figure it out.
This does not look like next-gen graphics at all. Look at that character model. Oof. So as you can see, Moist Jesus there has been playing the game and it just looks broken. The AI is not fun to interact with. The world doesn't look populated in any way, shape or form. It looks like a really boring, dull game. I do this quite often to myself. I don't want to download, what, 70, 80 gigs worth of game with it to be broken. A Jedi Survivor was 150 gigabytes of game or more. Why do I want to use that much hard drive space and pay £70 for the game where the game's just going to be broken and borderline unplayable? That's where I'm going to hit on the topic of the AAA industry now just being broken altogether. This is not a new thing. Games in the past also have been undercooked at launch and then they rely on patches later on for us to download and they're hoping it'll just fix the game. But that shouldn't be the case. If we're paying full price for these games, we should be getting our finished product on launch. If these developers and these studios as well are expecting us to put our hard-earned money, whether it's a day's wages, half a day's wages, a couple of hours wages, depending on how much money you make, but that should be irrelevant. Putting that money towards a product, you should be getting a working product. No matter how much money you have, whether it's a lot or a little, you can't just discard it and say, well, I got enough money to dispose of. It shouldn't be the case. These multi-billion or trillion-dollar companies are taking your money and just laughing all the way to the bank because they're giving you an unfinished product. And I do feel sorry for the devs because once this happens and they get backlash, then these devs are under pressure to fix the game, and then by the time the game's fixed, the hype for the game has died down and nobody's interested anymore. And people like me especially are just going to buy it on sale. And here's further to the problem is you should not be pre-ordering games. I'm guessing a huge chunk of people pre-ordered Star Wars Jedi Survivor, for instance, because they enjoyed the previous game. But pre-ordering a game, what benefit does it give you? It gives you no benefit at all. With the ability to digitally download these games these days, you could just download it the day it comes out. Yes, they give the preload option now, and that's an incentive for you to go and spend money before the game's actually released. And with Redfall, the reviews weren't out until the game was released, which is always a bad sign. But when you go to a Steam store page or Xbox or anything, so let's go and have a look at Armored Core 6, which is a game I'm looking forward to, but I've never heard of Armored Core until a couple of years ago. I love most From Software games. All the Souls games are my favourite games ever made. Elden Ring, I'm still not excusing that one's performance on launch on PC, and it still isn't the best. But Armored Core 6 for me looks actually interesting. I might give it a go, but this pre-order button here, I'm not going to go and press it, because this game might just not be to my liking. I don't know. I'm going to have a look at gameplay from YouTubers and Twitch streamers, so we'll see what the game's like before I buy it, see if I'm interested in it. Plus, this game is only £50 here in the UK, which isn't that bad. It's not your full $70 release, but I'll guarantee you on console this thing will be $70. But even though I'm looking forward to this game, pressing that pre-order button gives me no benefit at all. I can still go and buy it a day after its release and just download it there and then. And when I say I feel sorry for developers, it's because the higher ups in the companies want to push this game out so they can get a return on their investment. It's not always the developer's fault that they can't get this product finished in time for the release date, where I think the developers themselves should push back at the corporate suits and say, listen, fuck you, this game's not ready, and the quality testers should be there telling them the same thing, saying, listen, this game is fucking borderline unplayable, and it should not be released to the public. But the corporate suits don't probably care. All they want is our money in their pockets. So recently, the Game Awards tweets this one. Who's playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor? It's out today. And then I have a quick look at the comment section and Respawn tweet, this is where the fun begins. I wonder why they did this. And you can see by the comments, this was the first day it was tweeted out. If you go and have a look at this yourself, the comments say everything you need to know. Respawn Entertainment was getting blasted, and I don't think they were getting blasted enough for this. But it's up to them to actually tell the higher ups at EA, listen, this game was not ready for launch, and they should have delayed it a few more months. And apparently this game only took 3 years to make, and it shows. It really shows in the performance across all platforms. It's not just the PC performance, console performance. Digital Foundry put their videos out. It's not up to par to what it should be these days. And honestly, the graphics on this game is not much better than the graphics on the previous game. So the excuse of it being harder to make these next-gen titles run on all platforms doesn't hold much weight with me, because games like the Dead Space remake has just come out recently. That was a phenomenal PC port from what I've seen. I haven't played it yet. Resident Evil 4 remake, that's a phenomenal PC port. Phenomenal across all platforms as well. They were out and did really well. I recently played Atomic Heart. That was a phenomenal PC port. I was getting a solid 150 FPS, max settings all throughout that game with minimal stutters, and I played it on PC Game Pass. Really good. Ghostwire Tokyo, that had some performance issues, but nothing compared to what I've seen in these other titles. I've been playing A Plague Tale Requiem, actually a stunning looking game. The performance on that is a bit questionable. Nothing game breaking, just some texture pop-ins and some loading stutters here and there, but otherwise a decent PC port. And on console, I think A Plague Tale Requiem was locked to 30 FPS, which realistically is inexcusable. I just can't imagine what it'd be like on the Xbox Series S, seeing as that's weaker hardware than the Xbox Series X. And then we get big brain tweets like this.
The best part of being your own man is not feeling anyone but God. See, some of y'all's problem is to put too much stake into the online opinions of trolls, and we don't like you anyway. Fact is, I've had more fun with Redfall than anything from PS4, PS5.
And honest to God, why are you defending this game? Just give your honest opinion. I can't take this, and it's got a blue check mark. I haven't seen much defense in this game, very little, and it's mostly fanboys from the Xbox side. Honestly, I've seen more people shitting on this game than I have praising it. It's the Forspoken syndrome all over again, where the PlayStation fanboys were the only people defending it, and honestly, these games shouldn't be defended in any way, shape or form. And then the standard tweet that comes from the developers themselves, so from Redfall. We are aware that Redfall isn't performing up to our standards across Xbox Series X consoles on certain PC configurations. A hotfix addressing crashes and how performance on high-end PC systems is slated for Tuesday. There is no comprehensive solution for PC gaming. Good open world UE4 PC ports like Days Gone are hallucinations and do not exist. Plus, it's not like our parent company, our own tools like DirectX, which is what thousands of indie devs use to get their games running on thousands of PC variations. Instead of PC gaming, please run our game at 30 FPS on Xbox Series X. For those of you who insist on playing on PC, please ensure that you are running the latest NVIDIA AMD graphics drivers and update to Windows 11 for the best experience. We know some of you have suggested that we reach out to our partners in id Software, the masters of first-person shooters, but rest assured our team at Arcane Austin and our partners at Iron Galaxy are dedicated to improving the game and addressing known issues with Redfall across Xbox and PC. We will continue to monitor the performance across all platforms and share update timing as soon as it's available. Thank you for your support. And that says it all right there. This was partner ported by Iron Galaxy. Holy shit, have they not learned yet? And then saying that ports like Days Gone are hallucinations and do not exist. What the fuck are they going on about? There are phenomenal PC ports out there. There are so much better PC ports, like I've suggested them earlier. What's this pathetic excuse that they come out with? Honestly, they standardized these text formats, and I'm sure they printed them out before the game's even released. And then Respawn Entertainment did the same thing. We are aware that Star Wars Jedi Survivor isn't performing to our standards for a percentage of PC players, in particular those with high-end machines or certain specific configurations. For example, players using cutting-edge multi-threaded chipsets designed for Windows 11 were encountering problems on Windows 10, or high-end GPUs coupled with lower-performing CPUs also saw unexpected frame loss. Rest assured, we are working to address these cases quickly. While there's no single comprehensive solution for the PC performance, the team has been working to fix it. I can't fucking read on. It's literally saying the same thing as the Redfall team said. What the hell? Like I said, they have got a standard formula for these texts. They put them up on Twitter, and they have typed these out before the game's released, because they know the game is in a fucking shit state. It's inexcusable, and your money should not be given to these developers or studios or whoever else. You should always wait and then not give your money, especially pre-ordering. It's a sin in these days, because the AAA gaming industry is in a shambles, because this is what we are getting off them. Unfinished products that are half-baked, and they're taking your money and laughing. And I sound like I'm repeating myself now. But what the hell do you guys think about this? Have you played any of these new games? Jedi Survivor, Redfall, any other games I've listed in this video? Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to see what your experience was like with some of these games. Like I said, I haven't played all of these games because I refuse to give them my money. Before parting ways with my money, I want to know what kind of product I'm getting. When I built my recently built PC, I made sure I went to look at reviews for all these parts to make sure they were up to a high standard, to make sure I wasn't getting ripped off. Don't get me wrong, I do not agree with the price I paid for my 4080. I hate Nvidia for that, but I wanted a powerful GPU so I can run games at really high frame rates. But obviously that's not the case these days, because these studios cannot push out games to utilize PC hardware for some reason, where smaller indie devs can actually pull it off. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Hit the like button, share, subscribe if you so choose to. I've ranted on for long enough. I'll see you in the next one.